Hey guys, hey, so this is part two of our trip to Wales, particularly exploring some of my family history that comes from this part of the world. So in part one, I showed you the town of Mountain Ash, where my grandmother and her parents lived before they came to the United States, and sort of showed you that area. This video is going to be focusing on the north part of Wales. So I'm up here on the island of Anglesey, right across from Bangor. So Bangor town is going to be over in this direction. I'm on the island of Anglesey now. Steph and I rented this really cool Airbnb right here at the foot of the Menai Bridge. So this bridge was actually built in 1819, so it's over 200 years old. And it sits right here on this strait, and the tides on the strait are just incredible how much they rise and fall. Yesterday, Steph and I took a boat tour out into the open bay in this direction. We went to Puffin Island, saw a lot of cool seals and birds, and I'll show you those videos here. Later on today, we hired a private taxi driver to take us to the very, very small village, just about a 20-minute drive northwest of here. And I don't even know how to say the name of the place, Trefdrath, so I'll put it below. We're gonna go see where a lot of our Evans family are from, a cemetery where several Evans are buried, one of the homes where we had several generations of Evans living. So I'm going to show you that, and looks like it's going to be partly cloudy today, but we got great weather, especially for this part of Wales. All right, thanks a lot. Stay tuned. More to come. Hey, so we are finally here. This place is only about a 20 to 25 minute drive from where we're staying in Menai. But we are in a very, very small village called Trefdrath. I think that's the way you say it, Trefdrath. And this little area is where several generations of our Evans family is from. And Emmanuel Evans, who was a preacher in this area, from what I understand, I think he built this church. I have to confirm this, but I think he built this church, and he was a preacher here. And in this cemetery is where 15 to 20 of our Evans family are buried in unmarked graves. So I don't know exactly where they are. I imagine somewhere up in here, which we'll go and have a little look around. But really, really cool to be in this area where so much of my family's from. And it's basically unchanged for, you're going back, hundreds of years. This whole area is absolutely stunning, beautiful, peaceful and quiet. And but it's hard to imagine the life that our family had back then, back in the day. So I'm going to show you a little bit more here. First of all, Steph and I are going to take a look around the cemetery, and we'll show you more of the countryside in a bit. All right, so it looks like Evan Griffith Evans, who was a farm laborer and a slate quarryman. We saw those quarries yesterday on our tour, was born here in Trefdrath. His wife is from close by. And let's see. So Emmanuel Evans was born here in this small little place. Actually, no, he wasn't born here, but he preached here. He was a copper miner, a preacher, and a farmer. And he actually was buried here in 1836. But from what I understand, he doesn't have a headstone because at that time there was some controversy regarding his what he was preaching in the local church at the time. But I think rumor has it that he actually built this church. And he had a lot of kids, a lot of names we're familiar with: Robert Evans, Thomas Evans, William Evans. But this is going back now, back into the 1700s, late 1700s, early 1800s.
Only one daughter, Hannah.
Yeah, good name. This is the inside of the church. We'll see if we can see that. And this is more information on Emmanuel Evans, the elusive evangelist. And
why is he elusive? Because he was persecuted?
I don't know. Well, it says, first of all, they're not sure where he came from, but he traveled all around North Wales in the late 1700s.
And he had a gift for preaching.
Yep.
Stayed out of the limelight.
Yep. Up to 200 people at a time. And he's written about in a lot of different books, so you can look up some of these. Awesome. Hey, so I am here at Tin Cluin. This is the house where at least 3 generations of our Evans family lived and worked these farms around here, and where Emmanuel Evans lived. This is so neat. It's surrounded by fields. We have cows over here. We have beautiful views. Very, very peaceful place. And I can only imagine what it was like back in the 1800s, back when there were no cars, no planes, no electricity. Such a really, really peaceful area.
It smells very green here, green and lush.
It is.
So we met the neighbors, Emmy. She was very, very kind and lovely. She knows Dennis's cousin, Heather. And unfortunately, the very sweet lady she said that lives here, that's about Dennis's age, is not at home. But it looks like they had back there some stables, and there's a long gate that we go up here. And then they were farmers, preachers, and iron workers, I think. Copper workers. So, yeah. It's a big bonus that the gate was even open. Maybe she went for a walk. So, yeah, this is the long place. So they would have had to have horses and buggies and worked really hard. The weather here is usually overcast and rainy. No snow. In Snowdonia, do they have snow? Do they? I'm not sure.
Sure.
A little bit?
I think so.
Okay. So, yep. It's a big cow. Hey, Bessie. I don't know if it's a girl. Nope.
He actually moved the town of Llanfaes, which is just behind the hill here. At the time, it was the oldest settlement on Anglesey. He moved them down to Newber Warren because he wanted the town for himself. Cyril set that up, so the proper name for Puffin Island is Unis Cyril. There's actually a monastery right in the middle of the island as well, and he's buried up there. This is Pemon Point here. These are all grey Atlantic seals, even though they're all sort of different colours and stuff. And they're super lazy. They at low water they just chill out. They sleep. Then you got Conway straight across, and then you're into the Carnarvon. You got Llanfavecken, Penman Mar, and about halfway along you can just see a valley. That's where Aberfalls waterfall is. There's a great waterfall at the back there.
Well, that's it. Steph and I are wrapping up our last day here in Wales. We are able to see so many areas where our family's from, both in the south part of the country. Yesterday, we were up here in the north part of the country. We got to see where several generations of our Evans family lived, one of the homes, the cemetery where many of them are buried, and got to just explore this beautiful, beautiful country. Tell you what, never realized Wales was this stunningly beautiful. A lot of nature, a lot of woods, wildlife, hills, and the people are so friendly. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. And if you ever get the chance to go out and explore your family's history, where they came from, if it's another country or even another part of the world we're living in now, go do it. It's something really special. All right, thanks a lot. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon.